Alrighty. Oh, almost. I had everything ready. Almost. But good to see you all again. My apologies for not starting early today. I had some important business in Final Fantasy XIV that I had to do. Long story short, I reached that level sooner than I thought. I should have checked one detail in particular in the game, but I basically made me jump to high gear, and I basically sacrificed hours of my time today just to get Final Fantasy done. I know it's not a huge audience with a lot of people that I know in my server at the moment. I know there's at least a few that like the game, but I know it's not a huge focus for most people that I know in this server. But I think I might get a breakthrough in this game because it's always good to have an MMO with an established community, and who knows, we might stick out a little bit. So I know it's been a while. The grind, it takes time, but it's a grind that I do not mind doing because I think it will pay off. And even though it has not paid off yet, I like the game, and it's probably the only MMO or huge grind that I'm gonna do in any game ever, even if there's a subscription on it. But it's worth it. But I finally got the most important grind done. There's still more to do, but at least the most important is done, which took the most time. Oh, hello, Tilly 99. Hi, Orca. Yatka. Hold on a second. I'm trying to read this name here. Jatka Van näin kauhean aamusta stiiriima, jos samalla kun irten pysyville, koska valvoin koko yön. So, welcome aboard to this little show here. I know Orca and Char are here. Welcome to the show here. I'm gonna be honest, Tateli. I was born in Finland, born in Helsinki. You can tell I have the Finnish accent. But I'm gonna be honest, Tateli. Minun suomen kieli on rusty. What's the Finnish word for rusty? I don't remember. I have to look it up on Google Translate. And here's another thing about translate programs, especially Google. It's not always accurate. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go to Google Translate right now, and hopefully it does a decent job translating Tatila99's message here. Dude, I just saw a terrible stream in the morning. I'm trying. I'm still awake because I've been up all night. Ooh, ruosteessa. Yeah, ruoste. Well, yeah, Tatili. I don't know how you found me, but welcome aboard to this lovely little show of ours, Tatili. Minä puhun suomen kieliä. You can tell I have the accent, but it's very rusty. When you don't live in Finland, or when you don't live in your home country for many years, you forget the language. Unfortunately, I did, but I still remember certain phrases. So hopefully you can understand English, or at least understand enough English, because it took me like a decade just to learn grammar. Yeah, but it's good to see you, Tateli. Oh, no worries, Tateli. I'm glad you were just surfing and just found me. I have Orca and Cherry here from my community here. I was just talking about Final Fantasy XIV Online. I don't know what games you play, Tateli, but I was doing grinding on that game for hours, and I finally got the most important grinding done just a few minutes ago. So I don't know if you're familiar with MMOs, Tatili, but they're basically good. You got the usual dungeons, raids, the usual stuff you gotta do, and you got some grinding to do. But it's the grinding that I don't mind to do. So yeah, that's good, Tatili. And by the way, Tatili, since you are new here, if you wish to support the show, I have a merch store for this stuff. I'm not gonna go on for too long with the sell promo here because I think you know how it goes by this point. But this is our community logo here. I had this custom designed. I knew what I wanted on the shirt, and they have this lovely design here that I hopefully is a little bit unique or stands out from the rest. There's a red tie, which I do wear a suit and tie when I get the time. There's a controller and a keyboard and hearts on it. Looks really nice. You play old school RuneScape. You know what's funny? I've heard of RuneScape. I've seen RuneScape back in the day, but I never played it. So I took a gamble with Final Fantasy XIV, and I like it. And the problem with MMOs, as you know, is once you're committed to one, you cannot exactly do too many. MMOs, because one is already enough. But yeah, but I think you might like Final Fantasy XIV, Tatil, if you decide to take a look at it. It is subscription like World of Warcraft, but at least you can try the game on free trial, so I can at least give the game a try to see if it's going to interest you or not. I tried Guild Wars 2, but it wasn't enough for me. No worries, Tatil. I'm just saying as an option. If you ever decide to go for the merch stuff, it's available there. Same thing with the animated emotes and stuff, which is tier 1, like €5 or something like that. Something like that. I don't just letting you know if you wish to do that, or somebody wants to gift a sub to you or something like that. I do lots of action games, and I basically go do mini games, and that's what I do with this channel here. We try to have some human moments. That's the thing about our lovely little show here, human moments. I don't like doing all the cringy speeches like and subscribe. Oh god, I don't like that. I really don't. But we do have some fun moments when we do live stuff here. So, Tateli, to save you a lot of time, that's my main YouTube channel there. I know a lot of people mention YouTube channels and all that stuff, but in this case, this is the main channel that I have, and all the highlights from any game that we do, all the highlights are there. I don't know if you're Rainbow Six Siege or anything like that, but I do have some fun moments in that game every once in a while. So sometimes I can go on like a week or two without any highlights, but anything interesting that happens, like thank you videos, they're all there. There's all the playlists you can watch there. So it's good to see you join us, Tatile. I think you will not regret enjoying time with us, because today I was gonna do some bonus games. I hope Orca and Char are still watching, but today I was originally gonna plan to start about, what time is it right now? 10:15 p.m. It's 10:15 p.m. right now for me, and I was gonna start 5 p.m. So 5-6 hours, something like that. I was gonna start 5 or 6 hours ago, but I had to do the grinding for the Final Fantasy that I want to finish, because I'm not gonna have as much time on my upcoming days, because I'm gonna go back to work unfortunately tomorrow. I still work a full-time job to make ends meet, but if I was given the opportunity to do this full-time, you bet I would do that. I don't do a whole lot of networking, because networking with other people is not that easy as it sounds, because it's really hard to find personalities out there that I like. There's at least one or two that I like, but everybody else, it's really hard to find decent personalities out there, in my opinion. So networking is something that I don't really do too much often. So mostly independent. So yeah. And lastly, Tateli, before I start the show here, hopefully Orca and Chara are watching, because we're gonna be doing some bonus games here. I do recommend joining our Discord community server if you can do that. Well, the most obvious reason is you can talk to us, message us, whatever. But another thing I mentioned is Discord events. I don't know if you're familiar with that feature, Tateli, but keeping track of different time zones is never easy, and it's already hard as is. So when you join that server and you go to the rules text channel to click on the ME6 post to see everything else, there's a Discord events thing I have on the top of the server. And if you click on it, it'll tell you the exact time or the planned start time that I have when it comes to all these shows, whether it's live or not live. So that makes it easy for you to know when certain games or events are happening. Again, this is not just live stuff that we're doing right now, but also for non-live stuff. I've been doing this show for 3+ years. I wish the audience was much bigger, but again, networking hasn't been easy. And I don't want to compromise my integrity. I try to stay true to what I got with a little bit of liberty for entertainment value every once in a while. So it took me like 2 years just to get comfortable with my own personality and integrity. So yeah, but once you join that Discord server, Natalia, like I said, you have that Discord rules thing that you probably know what that feature looks like. But there's a rules text channel on the top that you have to click, and there's an ME6 post with 400 number or something. You have to click on that. If you can't click on it right away, that's because you don't have 2FA. But 10 minutes passes very easily, so you can click on it. Anyway, sorry for that long speech. This is for somebody that's just joined us, so I mentioned in that rules text channel, Tatili, and anybody else that wants to join, because you have to do that. You have to click on that ME6 post so that you can see all the text and voice channels. I cannot stress that enough. But anyway, Orca and Chara, if you guys are still there, hi to both of you. Okay, sorry to keep you guys waiting. So tonight, like I said, we're gonna do some bonus games and find out if some of these games that I got recently. Again, thank you for the gifts. Again, I'm very fortunate. We'll find out if they're worth it or not. Yesterday, Tatili, if you're anybody else, I tried playing No Man's Sky. I spent about an hour on it, but I got bored. I'd rather play Void Crew instead. I don't know if you ever played Void Crew, Orca, but I kind of compared No Man's Sky to Void Crew. Even though Void Crew is a lot more linear and more simple to follow, I kind of got bored with No Man's Sky. I mean, I know you can play that game creatively without need to worry about dying, but that alone did not save it for me. It felt like a hollow shell. You get all these planets you explore, but it did not hook me in. If that helps, it did not hook me in. So even after all these years with the updates, it just it never got my interest. But to be perfectly clear about No Man's Sky, I can see appeal for that to certain players out there. Maybe you will enjoy it, but I did not enjoy it. It's just not worth my time, and it's just not good enough for me. So if you enjoy it, fine, but I did not. So anyway, yeah. I'm gonna quickly double check on Tateli here, which I think Tateli is Kalen Orja. Kalen Orja, I think that's your Discord name, right? So just go to the rules text channel, like I said, and click on that Amy's Exposed with a 413 number. You have to click on it. You have to click on that 413 number, whatever that is, and you'll eventually unlock everything. If you can't click on it, that means you gotta wait 10 minutes or something. But you'll eventually get to click it. No worries, Tateli. Anyway, we're gonna get started here, Orca. We might do a game that you're familiar with, but first, I'm gonna check out a game here that you will probably find familiar. I don't know if I'll like it, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get started. So here we go, folks. I was really hoping to have started earlier today, but I could not. So the game that we're gonna check out is The House of Ashes. I don't know if this game is good or not. So I already got the game installed while I took a quick bath after all the hours of grinding. So we're gonna see if this game is worth it or not. Now, I don't mind story-based games and co-op, but it must be something that must be interesting to me. If it doesn't interest me, I just move on. So House of Ashes, I've never heard of this. I never heard of the anthology games. Anthology. I keep messing that up. So I never launched this game, but apparently you can run this on DirectX 12. Oh, gotta love how that messed that up. Why did that thing show up when I just tried to launch the freaking game? Jesus. Just as you turn it on, that happens. Wonderful. I don't mind horror games, even though I'm not very good at playing horror games. It has to be something that must make me care. Tateli, I saw you click on the thumbs up. No, you have to click on the check mark icon. Hold on a second. You need to click on the 414 one, Tateli. Oh, okay, you click on both. Okay. I fixed that. Okay, I got that fixed. Okay, good. You can play this. You can have somebody play with me. Okay, but first, but I can find out if this game is worth playing or not based on first impressions alone. Okay. Okay, accept. Okay, accept. Why is my GPU running so hard right now? Even though I'm not having anything. Okay. Oh, resolution. That explains it. Why is it? Okay, there you go. 2560. Okay, screen mode is on. Okay. Well, Orca, so Orca, if you want to join me at the Drag Me In, you can. So if you want to see this Drag Me In VC for live stuff, again, this live room is, if you want to see this Drag Me In for the live room stuff, you have to click on this live stream agreement thing for Tateli or anybody else that's new to the server, you have to go to this text channel right here, go live stream agreement, and you gotta write down I agree, write down over 18 or under 18. That's it. But for anybody else that's in our server, you can join any of these VCs right below here. Anybody can join any of these VCs when we're not doing any live stuff. But for the purpose of live stuff, they need to join us broadcast here, you have to do this live stream agreement. You click on this channel here, write it down, and you can see the drag me in after you give the Discord role there. Oh, wait, hold on a second, Orca. Don't download the game. Do not download the game, Orca, because I don't know if I like this game or not. I can do this game solo and find out if this game is worth playing or not. It doesn't take me very long to find out if it's worth it or not. Okay, let's limit the frame rate to 30 FPS. Ray tracing, I think ray tracing is too much to ask for. VSync, okay, everything is on high. Okay, okay, are you trying to save the current settings? Yes, I want to save the current settings. Yeah, this game is like 40 gigabytes, so I wouldn't worry about downloading this game. So it's a story-based game. Okay, I don't mind stories, like I said before, but it has to be interesting to me. And since I'm not exactly the best on time today, I'll do what I can. So I'm all over the place when it comes to games, Tateli, and this one I never heard of. And we're about to find out. And this game is like limited to 60 FPS. Okay. Okay, so why is this GPU running so hard at this frame rate? Embark your own single player story. Okay. Okay, new story. I'll go with forgiving, because I don't know what this game is like. Okay. So the game opens up with a quote that I've never heard of. Okay. Why is the FPS going down to 32? Maybe running this game on DirectX 12 is not a good idea, because my GPU is running really hard right now. Yeah, my GPU is running really hard right now, so I'll probably have to relaunch this game. Okay, someone's dead. Okay, and now we are in some random location that I don't know anything about.
No! I don't want to die!
Silence! Your words are meaningless here. Your blood will pay the debt our king demands. Your sacrifice will lift the scourge from our land.
General Barato, forgive me, my lord. The king demands your urgent presence.
Yeah, Tateli, because the graphics card is working hard to run this game. I have to relaunch the game. My GPU, look at the performance overlay with Tateli. Look how hard my GPU is running here on DirectX 12. No surprise why this game is running really hard right now. No, I have to restart this game. I don't know if this, yeah, it looks like the game's frame rate is supposed to be limited at 60. But DirectX 12, this game is running really hard. And I'm on a 3080 Ti, Tateli. I'm running this game on a 3080 Ti. Yes. And I'm surprised this game is running that hard. Yep. No wonder why I was lagging. And I didn't even have everything on Ultra. So let's run this game again on normal. No. Why are you showing that up to me? Whatever. I never run this game on 12x. Okay, well, some games do run better on DirectX 12, but not all. Tateli, if you want to go to sleep now, go and get some sleep. I do recommend that YouTube channel, Tateli, if you want to see some of the highlights that I have done in this show. The great thing about this little channel of ours, Tatilia, is I'm not the star. Not always, no. We have other people like Orca and Chera that are the stars of the show here. Okay. Come on. Come on. I want to see the performance overlay here, but sometimes you got no choice but to sometimes you got no choice. Oh, come on. Okay, you know what? I normally don't want to do this, but I'll have the task manager here in the background. All right, so I can play alone. Okay, thankfully my graphics card is not running hard this time. Okay. Yeah, some games it runs better on DirectX 12, and other times it doesn't. Can I skip this cutscene? Can I skip this cutscene? Nope, I cannot do that. Nope. Nope, I cannot skip this cutscene. Alright, Orca, it should be better this time. My GPU is not running really hard on DirectX 12 now. This is like the normal version. So my GPU is running like 83% or something right now. So this should be a bit better. Okay. Already my biggest nitpick here is no skippable cutscenes. Oh, okay, now I can... Oh, technically I can't skip this. Come on. The biggest complaint, or the biggest nitpick I have, I think when it comes to story-based games like this, if you crash or something, you have to redo it, at least allows you to skip ahead or something. Some games you can press left mouse button, right mouse button, or whatever to skip ahead. And no, my GPU is running really hard again. My GPU is running really hard again. Why is this game running so hard? Why is this game running so hard on just everything? Okay, limit frame rate to 30 FPS. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, why is this game running so hard on 60 FPS?
No! I don't want to die!
Silence! Your words are meaningless here.
Yeah, apparently running this
Your
game with
blood will
60
pay the debt
FPS
our
or
king
higher than
demands.
30 is not a good idea,
Sacrifice will lift the
apparently.
scars from our land.
Although the game does look a little bit more cinematic now at 30
Forgive me, my
FPS.
lord. The king demands your urgent presence.
I think the problem is that there's no
smile on you.
frame rate
For
limiter.
now. Take this one back to the cell. I'll deal with him later.
The game does look more cinematic at 30
You're
FPS.
in luck, Gutian.
Luck? No. No luck for these dogs.
General, we should leave this place. The king, his madness threatens to swallow us all. This temple is cursed.
I'd rather die in this cursed house than perish to the plague and famine out there. We have our orders, Captain.
Right off the bat, the game looks really good on the graphics department.
Destroy my kingdom.
But
I know it,
but is this
I
game
see
fun? Is
everything.
this game interesting to play through or not?
Around you. Is this horde not famous enough for my mistakes? Do the gods not bask in its glory? The Gutians are coming, General. The moon god sends an army to destroy us.
I shall muster our forces immediately.
Good. And what news from below?
There are hundreds of prisoners, my king. Their sacrifice will take time.
Time is no longer in our hands. No matter. The blood of this army will nourish the sands. The sacrifice will be fulfilled. Starting with this one. Tell me, General, does she remind you of anyone?
My king?
Do you not see a hint of your own daughter in her? What age would she have been now?
18.
18. What a tragedy this plague has been. Kill her.
And my controller is vibrating. My controller is vibrating. I don't mean to interrupt a story moment like that, but my controller just vibrated and I forgot to turn that setting off. Is there any way to turn that off? Nope. Is there any way to turn that off? Gameplay. Nope. There's no setting for that. There's no way to turn off the controller vibration. Nothing. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I put the controller on a flat surface. That's not gonna bother me. But that's just another nitpick already. For some reason, it vibrates for me, and there's no setting to turn that off. It's kind of that's annoying. But anyway, moving on.
My king, would it not be wise to keep the girl alive? She's an unarmed scout. We could learn the Gutian's plans.
No. Every drop of blood brings us closer to salvation. She must die.
And we got... Oh. You're talking about the cutscenes, yes. Just do it anyway. Says you do not have to attack, but whatever. So it's basically a game with cutscenes, sort of. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I have done games with choices before, like Baldur's Gate 3. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is completely different when it comes to choices, but the big deal here is, do I care about this game? I mean, I don't mind Egyptian settings or anything like that, but it's all about first impressions. Does the game make me care about it or no? Like watching a movie, which I don't mind, actually. But again, it must be something I care about. Yeah, limiting the frame rate to 30 FPS does make this look like a movie. Notice the big difference between 30 FPS to like, what, 60 or something, or higher. And the game was running really hard beyond 30. So that solved the problem. And for the record, Orca, I am not lazy when it comes to games. But I have to make a hard decision to see if a game is gonna interest me or not. So far, I'm not feeling anything in this game right now. Again, graphics are an easy thing to praise on games nowadays. But the settings and the first impressions doesn't make me interested. Okay, we're with the main character again. got a battle.
Gods give me strength.
So the leader is dead.
Help me, Gutian!
What is out there? What have you Arcadians done to unleash such force?
We've been cursed. Our king has cursed us all. We thought you were the demons. We were wrong. My king sacked the temple at Nippur. He builds this temple to call for forgiveness. But the gods don't listen.
And now he too is silent.
Even my daughter's death couldn't wake me to the truth. I
Oh.
followed the fool into the abyss.
So it's kind of like Telltale Games in a
His
way.
ruin become ours.
It's like you make a choice of who kills or who dies.
This is your temple. What can we do?
There is a way out through the catacombs.
I remember
I
Telltale
should trust
Games,
you?
but I never actually got into them.
You have no choice.
Again, the graphics in this game are good.
Help me with this.
It looks very cinematic. Oh, so the mini game. That's where the mini games comes in. I don't mind mini games, but like I said earlier, that's at the very least the story in the game and the setting interests me.
Follow me. There is a way out through the stone.
Do?
Yes. For the builders when they're done. Come.
I mean, look at this game. It looks very cinematic. I give this game credit for that. And in 30 FPS, it does look like a movie. Oh, I just failed the minigame. Fine.
An Akkadian? Scared of a rodent? I have seen it all now.
There's modern times in this
Death.
game?
For nothing. They died in vain. For a mad king.
Press and hold to pick up objects. Oh, for the first time, we can actually move. One of my biggest nitpicks with this game right now is the graphics. Why can't you not limit the frame rate to like 60 FPS or something? Because if I don't limit the frame rate to a certain number, it doesn't help. But whatever, I'll keep the frame rate limited to 30. This is not a shooting game anyway. Yeah, this is not a shooting game where you don't need to worry about getting the most FPS. So. You're a star? Nice. Yeah, I'm just... Well, whatever avatar you choose, Chara, that's what you are. Yeah, so basically we got a cinematic type of a game here. Again, I don't know if this is an interesting game, but I'm giving it a shot.
You first.
We're safe down here.
You first.
What is this that adorns you?
The history of Gutiam. You Akkadians fought hard to destroy our people. But mark my words, our story has just begun. How do we get out of here alive?
The enemy of my enemy.
Is a friend.
We help each other.
There is always hope.
Okay, we can...
What was that? How many ways into this tomb?
We're not alone down here. Over
Okay.
here.
You have a third sword. Okay, I don't see it, Chara, but I praise you for that. We don't get a good look of the enemies in this game so far. What bad guys we get in this game? Oh, quick cutscenes. You know what these mini games remind me of? Resident Evil, the older Resident Evils, where there was a lot more mini games you got to do during cutscenes.
Coming!
I know.
Is that the Predator?
Guardian!
There's no escape. Our only hope is to stand together.
No! If we both run,
Then we both die. Ready your sword.
Oh, you can betray. Okay. We don't get to see the bad guy. Oh, I mean, I missed the cutscene. I missed the mini game again. Oh, whatever. I don't know if it makes a huge difference in the story, but whatever. Even if you were successful with the mini game, I don't know if it would have made a big difference. They probably would have died anyway, even if you were successful with the cutscene or mini games. And we are now in modern times now.
Won't you spare me over till another year?
Ashley Tisdale. Actually, he's in this. The same actor from the High School Musical movies. Is it High School Musical or that other show that on Disney she did on Disney? Oh, I haven't heard or seen that name in a long time.
Well, what is this?
I don't know who this guy is. Again, I don't mind interactive games like this, but it has to be interesting. So far, I have no feelings for this game so far. It's kind of like watching a movie or a TV show that you watch at random times. So far, there's no credits. Like, you don't have any writers. Normally you get a name or something, like, oh, there we go. There you go. I was wondering where the screenplay credits would come in. Say what you want about, say what you want about good or bad TV shows or movies out there, but at least credit the people that wrote it at least. So this takes place in quote-unquote modern times.
You teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown.
Wait, you're talking into the fourth wall now?
Will you find the path to salvation, or be lost in the darkness forever? Let me speak plainly. You're about to make some difficult decisions. Decisions that will affect the lives of others.
That's not something you see very often.
How those decisions play out will become clear over time. I expect you're wondering who I am and where you are. I am the curator, the custodian of tales. My purpose is to keep a record of everything you do, every decision or mistake you make. This is my repository. It's filled with untold stories. Stories about friends and enemies, loyalty and betrayal, life and death.
Again, limiting the frame rate to 30 makes it look cinematic.
That I am not here to help you. Although I have been known to bend the rules from time to time. To descend into the unknown alone is extremely brave. Or extremely foolish. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. Let me give you a few words of advice. Throughout the story, you will encounter certain pictures which allude to possible outcomes. I suggest you pay attention to their meaning. It could foreshadow a future best avoided. But alas, sands of time have run out for us. We'll meet again soon to see how you fare. Or fail.
Modern times, I guess. Again, great looking game.
Colonel, good trip? Not particularly. Welcome to Camp Slayer. You're early. Apologies for arriving early, Lieutenant. Things are moving fast.
I hear you, Colonel. Glad to have you on board. Techs are ready for your presentation. As soon as we get word from the CEO, we're good to go.
You should read this.
Didn't you hear? There's a new king in the castle.
Looks that way. You are?
This is my assistant, Clarice Stokes.
Dr. Clarice Stokes.
Kolchak. First Lieutenant Kolchak.
Well, the briefing room?
Is that actually Tisdale?
What's up, Marine? Can't you keep up?
Yep. Yep. I think that's a real life Ashley Tisdale. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering when that would show up.
Time together, Rachel. After what happened at the checkpoint, I thought I was done. These last few weeks, you've lifted me up. I don't know where I'd be without you.
Rachel King,
Colonel King has arrived on base, man. He's en route to the briefing room.
I'll be there in 5. Fuck, it's him. It's early.
Your husband, you mean?
What?
Do you think it's about time you came clean?
Put your clothes back on. Straighten up.
Hey, Rachel, are you gonna tell him about us or what? You and Eric have been apart for a year. Whatever you had, it's gotta be over. Come on.
So you have to make a decision. Oh, so you have to make a choice, huh? Let's be... say nothing.
Say no more. I get it.
We already have a love triangle.
Shit.
Sort of. Again, this game looks great cinematically. Give that game another credit. It does look great cinematically.
You'll have to excuse the noise and disorder. We're just getting the base set up. Blows my mind. Only a few weeks ago, Saddam was living it up in here. Chowing down on candy bars while some poor bastard clips his toenails.
By the way, Orca, the whole Iraq invasion 2003. It's a huge can of worms, by the way. What if it never happened? What if history was a bit different? I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Midge.
If only you could see the state of this place now. Makes me smile. You got the CIA, you got the Army, the Marines, DIA, the Air Force. Hey, everyone's invited. Everyone wants a piece of history. God bless America. I see you, old man. You're busting out those reps.
You come join me. Maybe I'll teach you a thing or two.
Later, we have company.
Yeah, this here would like to watch me get my sweat on. You gonna spot me, little lady?
Can see you just fine from here, thanks.
Ignore Corporal Merlin. He lacks social skills.
I guess every unit has its resident jackass.
Sergeant K. This is Lieutenant Colonel Kane. Just taking him down to the briefing room.
Yeah, gotta go get prepped.
I'll see you in there, Marine.
Oh yes, the guy.
So what's his malfunction?
Nick ain't been himself lately. We got caught up in a shooting a few weeks back. Civilian ate a bullet. Nick took it hard.
Is he combat ready?
He's a big boy, sir. He's ready. Damn, Joey, they got you sitting behind a desk? You want me to make a call?
Nah, I'm all good. People who sit behind desks don't tend to catch so many bullets, you know? So this must be the one and only satellite guy.
Oh, he's being an idiot.
The one and only satellite guy.
You can be a dick. I like it.
Lieutenant Colonel Eric King.
Give the Colonel full site access.
Sir.
I'm telling you, when the queen bitch finds out about this, she's gonna flip her shit.
Rachel and I, we know each other. She'll understand all's fair in love and war.
Sir?
The queen bitch you're referring to is his wife. Nice work, Hotshot.
That female character reminds me of that one character from Aliens. Not Ripley, but the other one. I forgot the name.
Sir, I'm so sorry. Rachel never said she was married.
We've been working apart this last year. So, she's the queen bitch now. She's gone up in the world.
If it helps, we like to think of it as a term of endearment.
So you can.
Let's get you set up.
I hope the bandwidth can cope with the data.
I'll leave the techie stuff to you.
Another nitpick I have is limit games that doesn't allow you to limit the frame rate to whatever you want.
What is
Only
this
was that
place
simple.
anyway? Looks like an old ballroom.
That's exactly what it is. I guess the damn like to get down on the dance floor.
I think if his dance partner stepped on his foot, it would be an instant off with her head.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe when we're done, I'll let you spin me around a little.
As long as you don't step on my foot.
Colonel King.
Mrs. King.
Eric, this is my team. And if you want to brief them, you clear it with me first.
Can be arrogant. Sure.
I should have warned you I was moving the briefing forward. That's on me. But things escalated, I had to move fast.
I have a duty to my team to stay ahead of the curve.
I understand, Rachel, but CENTCOM has given their orders.
Orders?
I'm now commanding officer. I didn't mean for you to find out with this. Truly. I'm sorry, Rach.
Somehow I doubt that very much.
This is from SOC Central. It confirms that Lieutenant Colonel King has assumed control of this operation.
I'm gonna need access to your network.
I'll patch you through. Name?
Dr. Stokes. You can call me Clarice.
Dr. Stokes, please prepare the presentation.
Again, remember the movie Aliens? Female characters can be done right. Not sure about this game. Hard to tell.
Fuck is that? Modern art or something?
This is footage from the highly classified Kalis program.
That's supposed to mean something to me.
It's a thermal satellite system that I personally pioneered.
Oh, well, I'm impressed. Please, pioneer away.
You behave like this in all your briefings,
Can I be a
Corporal?
dick this time?
Boys are just eager to catch a break, sir.
Can I
No
be a dick
harm
this
done.
time?
Very well. Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. This will, of course, require further investigation, but I strongly suspect it's where Saddam's chemical weapons are hidden.
We got you, you son of a bitch.
CENTCOM has given the green light to raid the facility and seize any weapons on site. Hostilities may be over, but there are holdout groups of Republican Guard all over the country. They could deploy those weapons at any time, so we need to move fast. The Army is giving us a ride out there in their helos. On arrival, Lieutenant Kolchak will lead the raid on the facility. Once it's secured, we'll carry out a full weapons inspection. Now listen up. There's been a change of leadership, but Rachel's operational expertise and local knowledge is just as valuable as ever. She'll be flying with us, and I want you all to show her the same respect. Any questions?
What the fuck we waiting for? I'm ready.
It's tribal territory out there, Colonel. Make no mistake. Those people are feral. I take it we're getting their support?
Nah. Too many birds could bring them down on us. We move fast in, fast out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what your mama said to me.
Hey, careful, boy. If I didn't pull out so fast, it could have been your papi.
All right, that's enough, Merwin. Sir, what's your call?
We keep this thing small. If it goes south, I'll pull the plug and we can bug out.
With all due respect, I think that's the wrong call.
With all due respect, Lieutenant Kolchak, it's not your decision to make.
This feel right to you?
Merwin has a point. If we spin up too many helos, we'll increase our chance of being spotted. Any concerns, see me after the briefing. We go dark until weapons are secured. If we don't break radio silence within 24 hours, CENTCOM will mount a rescue operation.
A lot of shit can go down in 24 hours.
I'll quit being a bitch.
I'm just saying, that's all.
This is why we went to war. This is what gets us out of bed every morning. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we stop Saddam from using these weapons. Be ready in 1 hour. Dismissed.
So yeah, Orca, it turns out, I mean, obviously, hindsight, obviously, but even without going deep into politics, that whole weapons thing, it turned out to be a lie. Unfortunately, it turned out to be a lie. All that proof, it was not true. It just opened a can of worms. But that's a different story, or different conversation altogether.
Clarice, help me set up the equipment.
I'm on it.
I don't know, man. This don't feel right. I'm getting this tingle down the back of my neck.
Oh, sweetie. Look, good rub down will sort that right out, huh?
I'm serious. I got a real bad feeling about this.
That's what you get from spending too much time with Eric.
Is there anything you can do?
I'm gonna download the latest satellite data. You can have some alone time with him.
Thank you, Clarice. Eric, we need to talk. There's something I have to tell you.
You should know, it wasn't my decision to take over your operation.
Why not?
It's been a long time since we last saw each other.
Eric.
Please, let me finish. Not a day went by when you weren't on my mind. When I didn't want you by my side. I've missed you so much, Rach.
This isn't about us, Eric.
I just want things to go back to the way they were.
How we left it, things weren't so great between us.
We've been through...
Be perfectly clear. The acting is solid so far, but the setting, I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't mind real-life events or similarities or coincidences, but to be perfectly honest here, I'm not having huge feelings with this game's story. I mean, even if I failed a couple minigames, but I'm not feeling... I don't know how long the story is. I'm not really concerned about how long this game is. But yeah, when it comes to the horror aspect, which I don't mind, but I don't have strong feelings at the moment with this. Just saying.
A lot worse.
Nothing has changed, Eric. You know that.
That's a lie, sadly.
You and I.
That's a lie, sadly.
Please, Rach. Don't say that. You're not wearing your wedding ring.
Problem.
Hey, be careful with that.
Oh, shit, sorry. What you got in that box of tricks anyway? The fuck is that?
Ultraviolet light. We use it to sweep for explosives.
Let me have a go.
No. How much longer for that download, Clarice? I need it ASAP.
Is 5 minutes ASAP enough for you? Downloading data now.
Good. I'll check the satellite maps.
Not the greatest bandwidth.
We work with what we have.
Can you sign this 1348?
Huh?
Equipment release form. Can you?
Oh, sure.
Check all equipment, then check it again.
Yeah, I hear you.
You have different choices. Okay. Yeah, my biggest nitpick with this game right now... hold on, let me just return to menu. Why is this game not limiting my frame rate to 60 like it should? Or does this game run really badly past 60 frames per second? Let's find out, because I'm very curious why this game doesn't have a frame rate limiter to 60 at the very least. Okay, so we're gonna... So how long did we play? It's 49 minutes so far. Okay. Let me open up the NVIDIA control panel to see if... Again, it's a big nitpick of mine, Orca, when it comes to some games. At least give us an option to limit the frame rate, if possible. Something. Let's see if we can play this game at 60 frames per second. I don't want to turn on VSync because that's not always a good thing to do. Because it's not always a good thing to turn on VSync. Okay. Just waiting for this thing to react. This is the program that I use to limit the frame rate. Gotta wait for this thing to react. Okay. House of Ashes, we're gonna put the frame rate to 60. And hopefully this will work. Okay, it's 58. Let's see if this will work. I don't know why that code shows up there, even though I already got the game, but whatever. Okay. Bandai Namco. Didn't realize they had a hand in this game. So, limiting the frame rate to 60. Let's see if that will make any difference at all. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. So limit the frame rate to 60. Let's see what happens. So it looks like that's what happened. There was no frame rate limited at all. So it looks like when I was playing, the game was running at a very high frame rate. So this game is optimized. It's just that if you turn off VSync, your game will run really hard.
Nothing has changed, Eric. You know that.
That's
You
good.
and
Look
I?
at this. It's much better now.
There's no you and I. It's over.
Much smoother now too.
Paige, don't say that. You're not wearing your wedding ring.
See, that's much better now.
Hey, be careful with that.
Oh shit, sorry. You got in that
Limiting the
box
frame rate to
tricks
30,
anyway.
you do definitely notice the game looking
Fuck is
cinematic,
that?
more cinematic.
Ultraviolet light.
Another big
Super
nitpick I have with this
explosives.
game already is when
Yeah,
you
go.
continue where you left
No.
off, you can't skip cutscenes like this. You
How
can't.
much longer for that download, Clarice? I need it ASAP.
Is 5 minutes ASAP enough for you?
Again, it's another
Downloading
nitpick
data
here,
now.
okay? I just wanted to
Good.
continue
We'll
where
check
I
the
left
satellite maps.
off, but you have no
Greatest
choice but to
bandwidth.
wait for this
Work
game
with what we
to
have.
do its
Can
thing.
you sign this 1348?
Huh?
Equipment release form. Can you?
Again, the acting is solid. I don't know about the writing though, because I haven't
Protocol
seen the
equipment.
entire game yet.
Then check it again.
But based on my first impressions,
hear
it's
you.
solid. But when it comes to story, I'm not sure. So yeah, Orca, when I first launched the game was actually optimized. The only problem was that the game was running a very high frame rate. It was using up all my GPU when it doesn't need a high frame rate to begin with. So it is much better, thankfully. So when you saw the game slow down, that's basically because the game didn't have a frame rate limiter. Okay. You talk to these guys? No. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why was I stuck there? So the game gives you like visual cues to what to do. So the game is not entirely
You think we'll bag Chemical Ali at this facility?
If he's in the vicinity, we'll get him.
That almost makes it worth the risk.
Almost.
Well, you know, I'd still rather be sitting behind a desk. Sir, I've heard some fucked up stories about the border. You sure you don't want air support? There's a chance we'll need them.
We have the element of surprise on our side. I will not allow anything to jeopardize that.
Please, Colonel. Can we take a step back and think about this for a minute?
I've made my decision. You feeling lucky, Lance Corporal?
Well, my parents owned a horse named Lucky. He ran away.
facial
That's the fun on
animations
this.
on
I have a
point
good
here.
feeling we're gonna clear up.
I give everything looks very lifelike here.
I wish I shared your
That's
optimism,
another
Colonel.
praise I have to give this game for. But even with all that, if the setting of the game doesn't interest you, well, I don't think I have to go any more further, do I? You can also scroll down and read it in case the graphics are not good. Okay. I know there's a horror aspect to this game, but it's all about first impressions. Is the game gonna keep you going? I mean, look at Baldur's
I
Gate.
think it is.
WP, sir.
White
Like
box.
Baldur's Gate 3, Orca.
It's just for popping smoke.
I spent like
Show.
These are only to be used for cover. Understood?
Understood.
After all, Saddam is the one who's breaking weapons conventions, not us.
Baldur's Gate 3, I spent like 1 or 2 or 3 hours to find out if the game was hooking me in, and it did. This one though, I'm not sure. Again, I don't mind games that sort of take place with real life coincidences or similarities, but again, it must be something that must hook me in.
What the hell do we need this crap for? We need to be mobile.
We need to be prepared. The facility is underground, possibly under construction. It's safer this way.
You want me to feel safe? You give me some more shooters.
So, you're my technician. I've heard about you.
I should fucking hope so. I'm here to keep our gear in check. And if any Iraqis pop their heads up, I'll take them clean fucking off.
You seem pretty confident, Corporal. If you need any assistance with the climbing gear, I'm here to help.
Sure, I'll manage, Colonel.
Is there a big difference to playing this game solo or with somebody else? Is there a big difference, Orca, without spoiling anything? Is there a huge difference? Because I know in this Baldur's Gate 3 you can play it solo, and you can have other people join into your story at any time. But this game, I'm not too sure. You can't run.
Download's complete.
Let's get to the helos.
What?
What?
You want to ask me something? I can tell by that look on your face.
What do you think of him?
I take it you're talking about the skipper? He's a nice guy. Around here, nice don't cut it. What do you think of him?
Like he's got something else on his mind?
Okay, I get it. Get another main character or a character we can play?
زين أنا جيت زين
عرف
Once again, Orca, I wish I had more time. I would have definitely spent more time with this game and maybe include another one. Unfortunately, I'm basically fighting against limited time here. But again, like I said before, I don't have to spend too long to spend time with the game to find out if I like it or not.
زين
I mean, it can be a bit easier to play this game with a controller since you don't have to do a lot of shooting until you get certain story moments, I imagine.
ربي يا زين تاني يا هبل الو انا سليم سليم جاركو ابو زين ايوه رجعت هو زين مع هو زين مع ابنك طارق ايوه طارق هما مع بعض
راحوا ياكلوا سمك بقى ساعة كله بخير؟
لا كله تمام اصله كان عيد ميلاده وانا جبت له هديه لما يرجع ابعتهولي حالا.
Wonder when the horror aspect of this game kicks in, since that's one thing that the game kind of is teasing.
ابعتهولي لو سمحت. لا 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 يا ديني مش دلوقتي. كابتن بصري اهلا.
يا مناسب لازم نتحرك على طول.
انت بتقول ايه سعادتك؟
العدو جاي يا سليم. العدو جاي علينا دلوقتي.
العدو؟ ايه يا فندم الحرب خلصت خلاص وخسرنا.
لا ده كلام فارغ، محدش اتسلم. العدو جاي ودي ارضنا واحنا لازم نتحرب ليها.
شايفينهم؟ مطلوب تأكيد.
يلا شوف جايين علينا. بقول لك احنا محتاجين كل راجل في مكانه لحسن طيارتهم توصل عندنا.
تمام يا فندم. هرجع البيت قريب. خلاص يا دار، دي آخر مهمة.
Coyote 2, this is Mailman 2-1 actual. You're on approach and ready to go dark.
Again, the game looks good.
Mailman 2-1 actual. You're on your own. Good luck and Godspeed.
Didn't we mention? Didn't we not choose to not use reinforcements?
We'll see you on the other side. On call sign, silence, silence, silence. Coyote 2 out.
Get face on, boys. We're coming in fast. Hey, Marwin. What's your mama and the Bermuda Triangle have in common?
Why are you fucking enlightened?
They both swallow Marines.
Yeah, that's pretty good, boy. Hey, look, your mama's so nasty. I called her for phone sex, now I got a fucking ear infection.
Well, damn. How long you been sitting on that one?
Oh, yeah, you like that? I got a shit ton more of those bad boys lined up.
Yeah, that's what your mama said.
You two want to cut the bullshit and focus on the mission?
Hey, only one place I let a woman boss me around like that, all right? And that's between the sheets.
I'm surprised your mom lets women into your bedroom. Don't want her getting jealous now.
Damn, Rachel.
Hey, the fuck y'all laughing at?
Sergeant K, I need you to establish contact with the AWACS CP on 4-hour intervals. Sergeant K, are you with me? Yeah, I got it. Contact CP every 4 hours. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm straight.
What's going on in there?
Just some shit I gotta work through, man.
You can
It's
see
all
the
good.
facial hairs,
Chill.
or
Got your back, Nikki. No matter what.
I know it.
yeah, you can. The,
sure
the
you do.
character models are really detailed here.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi? What's that, some kind of Boy Scout thing?
It's a Marine thing. It means always loyal.
So what, it's supposed to be lucky?
Marines have a boatload of superstitions.
Hit me with one.
All right, check it out. They say to never look back when you're disembarking the helo. Otherwise, you curse the whole team.
That's gotta be about the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, maybe. But as I see it, why take a chance?
Eyes forward at all times. You look backwards in a war zone. It's no wonder you get your ass shot off.
Good to go, Marines. It's what we were sent here to do, and may God be my witness. We're gonna succeed.
I like this guy's voice. I know it sounds pretty typical in a military role, a military character, but I like the guy's voice.
ما يغوبوش على العين.
كابتن بص هناك.
يعني صحن الخنازير بيطيروا.
هيهبط.
اختاروا نفسكم يا رجاله.
Joey.
How the fuck did she have to go and do that?
الامريكان العساكر الامريكان جم.
Sir, we've been made. Awaiting orders. Fan out and hold fire. We're gonna psy-out this shit.
احنا الامريكان، احنا الجيش الامريكاني. ارفعوا ايديكم واشربوا، مش عاوزين نأذيكم.
Down! Down! On your face now! Hands behind your back! Clear room! Clear!
Compound is secure. Prisoners are playing ball.
Roger. Get Corporal Merwin to pop yellow smoke at the LZ and bring in the Colonel.
Again, it's like a movie.
This raid's a bust. These people are not the enemy, they're just shepherds.
Lieutenant Kolchak, sit rep if you will.
No shots fired, sir. No casualties. Farm is secure and we're processing captives.
Captives?
Have you located an entrance to the underground silo?
Negative, sir. If there is one, it's well camouflaged.
If there is one. What does that mean, Lieutenant?
We have yet to carry out a full search. We'll find it, sir.
You took a risk giving up the element of surprise, Lieutenant. But it looks like it paid off. No casualties and clean work.
Thank you, sir.
Nonetheless, any holdout Iraqis might now be on high alert.
My team's ready for anything, Colonel.
I like this guy's voice.
That went smoothly.
You think?
Got the place locked down tighter than a virgin.
Do not finish that sentence, Corporal. Are they ready for questioning?
Yeah, just don't ask them any tough physics questions.
Let's go.
Stay sharp. If anyone so much as raises an eyebrow, I want to know about it.
Copy that.
I don't know about you guys, but something doesn't feel right about this place.
Oh yeah? So is that this, women's intuition I keep hearing about?
Yeah, you want to find out what happens when you piss it off?
Stay still. I'm just gonna pat you down.
السلام عليكم يا أخي. لازم أسأل السؤال ولازم تقول الحقيقة. فين مدخل مخزن السلاح؟ هسألك مرة تانية. فين مكان المخزن؟
The hell is that?
Some kind of effigy. Possibly pagan.
إيه ده؟
هتعرفوا قريب.
What the fuck?
انتوا كام هنا؟
Yep.
I've had enough of this. Corporal, keep an eye on the captives.
You heard her, Marine.
I bet you can do this game over and over again and do different choices. Little details that you don't notice the first time, but yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest here. I mean, the story is interesting, but I'm not sure if I want to go all the way to the end. I'm probably gonna get spoiled here, but this is not exactly this is not the type of story that I would spend too much time on like I used to. If I was young again, like maybe 20 years old, 25 years old, and if I had a game like this given to me, I would definitely invest a lot more time to it. But because I'm older now and I'm a lot more critical to games nowadays, this is something that I probably wouldn't. I mean, it is interesting, but I don't know if I will do a game like this all the way to the end, or maybe just watch a spoiler video or something, because I don't know. It's an interesting story. I give it that. Has horror elements into it, but I'm not sure if I want to go all the way to the end of this game, because I'm looking at the amount of time that I have each week when I look at my free time on all the other games that I gotta do. I didn't forget about Rainbow Six Siege. I didn't forget about Sea of Thieves. I didn't forget about Phasmophobia. But you gotta pick your priorities to what you want to do during the week. Maybe I can be more flexible if this was my full-time gig, but unfortunately, I don't have that much free time. If I had more free time, and this is something that I can do all the time, or I was able to do a whole lot more, then maybe I can do games like this more often and spend 10, 20, 30 hours. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury of free time like I used to anymore, so I have to make hard choices. And I have to go in my gut here, and I will probably just look up a YouTube video and just see how the story ends with this game. It's an interesting story, but I definitely don't want to spend 10, 20, 30 hours with this game. Because it just takes away time from all the other games that I gotta do. That's honestly that's the truth. I don't know if Orca or Chera or Knight is watching right now, but there's nothing wrong with this game here. It's actually one of the better stories out there. But the amount of time. I said this same thing with Elden Ring, Orca. Again, Elden Ring is very difficult. It can be very punishing regardless of which difficulty you chose. Elden Ring is something that I don't mind doing as a challenge to get better, but the problem is time. How much time are you going to sacrifice or willing to put in? How interested are you to put in the hours to go through the game? Baldur's Gate 3, I know I mentioned this earlier. I spent the first 2 or 3 hours in that game, for whatever. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna finish this game no matter how long it takes. And I did. And it's not because of my limited free time, but you play the game for its impressions. And that's what I did. This one, it's not Baldur's Gate 3. No, not even close. But for a story game, cinematically, it's good, but it's not something I'm willing to play all the way through with the limited free time that I have, because I have priorities with other games like Sea of Thieves, Phasmophobia, Final Fantasy, etc., etc., etc. So, with that being said, though, I'm probably gonna look up the ending for this game right now, Orca. I'm gonna give Knight his money back. He gifted this game to me. I actually gave this game a try. I mean, I can see these games being very fun to play if you have a lot of time on your hands, but I don't know if I can do this, especially when the game is over. Once the story's over, I don't see myself replaying this game as much. There are multiple endings. Oh. There are multiple endings. Okay, so Baldur's Gate 3 sort of has multiple endings or variations of it, but I'm not sure if I can put the time into finding out this game. And the fact that you can play this game with your friends, I mean, that's a nice touch, but again, I don't know if I can do this. It just takes way too much time. This is not something that I would not want to do all the time. So I'm probably going to look it up right now. Okay, let me go to Steam support here, and let me see. It's not what I expected. There we go. Again, there's nothing wrong with the story, but I'm not going to put in the 10, 20, 30, 40 hours to complete this game. And what does it have? Oh, it does have some horror aspects to it. Yeah, you eventually go into creepy settings there. So something eventually attacks you. And what are the hours you got to complete this game? So you can complete this game in maybe 10 hours or 5, 6 hours, 10 hours, something like that. Even if it's not very long, not really that invested into this game, no. So how expensive is this game? $40. So I'm gonna give Knight his $40 back. Roughly right there. Even though it's not long as Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm not really that crazy into finishing this game. It's all about first impressions. So, yeah. So, by the way, Orca, I did remove and uninstall more games recently. So that's why I have more hard drive space available. So, this is where I stand right now, Orca. I got 400 gigabytes of free space on my main gaming hard drive now. It used to be around 200 or 250, but I became more honest with myself and I uninstalled a lot more games. You have to make hard choices. Like, are you really willing to play this game? Or is there other games out there you would rather do? And that's what I did. You have to be very honest with yourself. I know I could use these games to make videos and stuff, but I don't want to do that unless it's for a good reason. So I'm gonna look up the ending for this game right now, Orca. So Orca, feel free to spoil me right now. I don't know how many choices or variations this game has when it comes to endings like Baldur's Gate 3. But I imagine you could save everybody technically. But yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. It depends. I know there's different variations, but yeah, I'm gonna look at the House of Ashes ending. Like, what kind of endings do you get? So you can have good ending, you got bad ending, best ending, and secret ending, something like that. So everyone lives. So technically, you can have everyone live, apparently. Or you can have the worst ending where everyone dies. Ooh, that's gruesome. If you save everyone, you get taken by them. I mean, that's not too surprising. But you can also have the bad ending where people die. That's pretty gruesome. Oh, so that's what the bad guy looks like. Okay, so you get a boss battle. But still not really that interested to have played this game all the way through. So
Claire using.
So yeah, I'm basically gonna spoil myself here. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go through this. Thanks, Generic Gaming, and other people that have played this game already 2 years ago. So I'm just gonna quickly look at it. You kill the nest. So that's what the thing was early in the game. There was a nest or something in Egypt or something, and then it somehow got itself situated in the Iraq or something like that. I don't know. So it's sort of like the aliens, but not really. So you basically set up and in a mission, make choices. So you somehow blow it up, and what happens? For your position, so you make choices. It's the same temple. It's the same temple from the beginning of the game. Okay, but this time you blow it up, and you make choices like what's this here? Oh yeah, you can make a choice here. Forceful, don't leave a man behind. We'll see on the other side. Don't leave a man behind. Okay, that was kind of obvious. But you can also be a complete dick and be evil if you wanted to. It also kind of depends how successful you are in your minigames as well, so... So that's not too surprising. You can also survive, which the game tells you right there. So what kind of so if you somehow get the best ending, quote unquote, do you feel the payoff here? So you defeat the Hive and
This is Coyote 2, solid copy. Evac units are being prepped. ETA 5 hours. Wait. Over.
We got back up again. We beat the enemy.
How bright it is out here.
I must return home to my boy.
No, not again.
That was our boss battle.
The damn it!
Okay, so you get another boss battle. Okay. Okay, more cutscenes. So you did not. So even though you killed the nest, you technically did not defeat them. So even though you blew up the nest, you technically did not defeat the enemies in the game. So you did not. So you did not completely get rid of the enemy. They're still alive, technically. Okay.
Birthday from me.
Bye, my friend.
So you somehow survive. So
1-4. Do you have eyes on the friendlies? There.
So you somehow survive. So
the mind is its own place.
Oh, this
in
guy
itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Bravo! It appears your charges have emerged from their hell in one piece, although this ordeal will continue to haunt them for the rest of their lives. I look forward to our next encounter. Perhaps I'll choose a story that's a little more homely next time. Hard to.
Yep.
I just got off the red eye. What's your excuse?
Again, even though I did not get, even though I wasn't interested to play this game all the way through, I can definitely see this game being good for a target audience that like to go for more cinematic, telltale games, sort of a game. All these artists, all these engineers, all these people that worked on this game definitely deserve the praise. That's another game. That's just something I gotta give praise. Look at all these visuals here. Like I said before, it looks great.
Oh, shit movie, shit meal. Flight.
They're being debriefed through here. Shall we? Reinforce recon.
Now, how many times do I have to keep telling you the same damn story?
I understand. However, CENTCOM needs to iron out any irregularities.
Such as? The whole fucking thing was irregular.
Such as why you allied with an enemy combatant?
You weren't fucking there! Those things were ripping us to shreds. I don't give a damn who it was. We needed all the help we could get. I'd stick back into that hell to save Salim. And that man was worth 5 of you people. Semper fucking Fi!
So they cooperated with an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it. Must have made a hell of an impression for... Nothing to show. He will be across the...
Help.
It's how they got...
Already. It was a city, a goddamn city full of those things. There were cocoons down there. Fucking thousands of them.
How many organisms were still alive down there?
Too many. Oh, for Allah's sake. They're all fucking burdened.
This is like Winterfold all over again.
Uh-huh. Ah, and here we have Colonel Eric King, our in-house genius. He definitely got more than he bargained for.
everything you know about biology just went up in smoke. These things, they're advanced. They're stronger than us, more intelligent than us. If you want to get ahead of this, you need to start taking me seriously.
None of us doubt the severity of the situation, Colonel. A number of people have died.
I made it out alive. And I'm going to make sure those things stay buried in that hellhole where they belong.
Let's move on to Caleb.
Well, do you believe me now?
This is Miller. He'll be fully debriefing you.
Debriefing? You need to get your damn priorities straight. Those things are still down there. What are you doing about them?
There will be plenty of time to talk things through right now.
Gotta
I suggest you count your blessings that you came through the other side. It's nothing short of a miracle that you survived down there.
I learned not to rely on anyone but myself. I was stronger than them all.
We'll be back shortly.
Are you still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pot. You bet your ass we're on.
I'll never get used to this job.
Why would you want to?
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
Still, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
Oh, cover up. Gotta love the cover up. But yeah, House of Ashes. It's an interesting story, but not something I would go all the way through. So I feel like it didn't miss much. But yeah, it's an interesting story, but not something I would go all the way through. If I had a lot more free time, I definitely would have done all the way through and done choices. So the other single player games that I told you about, Orca, like Hogwarts Legacy, System Shock, and yeah, cause I got Hogwarts Legacy, System Shock, Final Fantasy VII, all those other games I still have Steam library. I played those games. I played all those games that I just mentioned for like at least an hour or two, and I like them, and I wanna go through them all the way, but I'm not in the mood to go through that right now. Now, when it comes to House of Ashes, again, it's a similar story, but it's another similar story, but it's not the type of game I want to go all the way through from start to finish. It's an interesting story, but not something I want to go all the way through. But at least I know that there is Telltale games out there that's decent. Because you remember Telltale games before they went under? This game, I don't know. This game series, I don't know if they're that successful, but I'm glad that there's somebody out there making games like this. So yeah, it has interesting storytelling, but not something I want to go all the way through. But I respect the fact that it exists. So yeah, I like the fact that it exists. Like so that's why they call it Dark Pictures Anthology, because there's so many different types of games, and it takes place in different different settings, stuff like that. And the newest one in the series is called The Devil in Me, and it takes place in a completely different scenario. So it's not the best, I hear, but I mean, at least they have some hits and misses, so that's another thing to be given. I don't know if Cher is still watching, but yeah, yeah, this Final Fantasy game, Orca, it took me hours to grind it, but it wasn't a bad thing. I actually don't mind doing it. Had I had started earlier, like 4 hours or 4+ hours ago, I would have done either a Phasmophobia or Sea of Thieves. That's what I would have done, Orca. Or maybe installed another... Maybe tried One Piece or something. I don't know. This is another Steam game, by the way, that I got a while ago. I never saw any of the One Piece animes or anything like that, but I would have given some of these other games a look or something if I had more free time. But I would have done either Phasmophobia or Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, I actually got interested. I did like Sea of Thieves, and I would like to do this game more if I was in the mood. It's too bad I'm running out of time here because it's almost midnight here. So yeah, it's too bad I ran out of time today. But the Final Fantasy XIV grind that I mentioned, Orca, I had to finish it. Maybe on Friday night or something, I can make up for Phasmophobia or maybe Sea of Thieves. But another thing that I'm thinking right now is Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah. Now that I think about it, Orca, I don't have that many shooting games on my Steam library right now. I have Ready or Not. The next update for Ready or Not is finally coming out this Monday. So they are releasing the next DLC on Monday, but I also imagine they're finally going to release some optimization or something that people have been asking for months. So it's Ready or Not, PlanetSide 2. The Ready or Not, PlanetSide 2 are both casual games I don't play all the time. So the only shooting game other than Ghost Recon Wildlands, I know Ghost Recon Wildlands is an open world game with a story, but it's not something I want to play all the time at the moment. But when it comes to main focus, it's either Rainbow Six Siege or Final Fantasy XIV Online. These two are the main games that I have in my mind right now. Maybe we can do Rainbow Six Siege on a Friday night or something tomorrow. Maybe. Because I do have that highlight video that I haven't had a chance to edit yet. I've just been very busy today. Because what happened on Wednesday was I didn't realize that I was already caught up with the grinding already. So I had to make more progress. So that's why it ended up taking more time. But at least I was able to get another game, quote unquote, done. Because I wanted to find out if it was worth my time or not. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't have a long session today. But I had to get that done. So Rainbow Six Siege, we might do that game on a Friday night. Maybe. I have to... After I cut this live feed here, I'm going to look at Final Fantasy XIV Online again off screen to see how much more things I gotta do here, because that's something that it's gonna depend we're gonna do on a Friday night. There's also lots of other games I have on Steam library here, but at least I got a lot of progress done. So I'll keep you informed what I'll be doing on a Friday night. It's either gonna be Sea of Thieves, or it could be Rainbow Six Siege, or something else for that matter. I don't really know. I have to make a decision. So that's the problem that I face. What kind of games can I do with limited free time that I have, along with Final Fantasy here? If I didn't have Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO that I actually enjoy playing, it would be a little bit more simple. But I still have a feeling on the back of my mind that this Final Fantasy game does have a community in it, and I think we'll get some people on board. I know I haven't been lucky with the breakthrough in this game yet, but I think it's worth the effort. But I know I did get very, very lucky with Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, I had more luck compared to Phas when it comes to meeting new people. So finding somebody in Sea of Thieves seemed to be very well. So maybe we'll do Sea of Thieves on Friday night. I don't know. That's what's kind of begging in the back of my mind here. Because Sea of Thieves is not a bad game, but it's not something you want to do all the time, or else you'll get tired, or you'll feel the grind. So that's something that I've been thinking about. So yeah, that's about the size of it. But yeah, Orca, I have to make a decision. So hopefully later today in your time, or later in the next 12 hours, I'll come up to a decision what we're going to do on a Friday night. But I'm probably maybe going to lean towards Sea of Thieves, maybe, or Siege. It's gonna be one of those two games there. I try to spend more time on Siege to learn the game, especially the shooting, but I do find that game decent. But again, scheduling has been a pain, especially with this MMO on top of things. But anyway, but yeah, I'm running out of time here, and I gotta check this game out off screen here. But I did finally check out that anthology game. I'm glad to know that there's a Tattletales game series out there, quote, that exists, but I didn't feel like I was missing much. But it's nice to know that there are quote unquote cinematic games out there that exist, so that's nice. But anyway, I gotta go here. We could try doing other casual games like Grocery Store Simulator or something like that you might enjoy. Maybe. But again, we'll have time for that. And the main thing is, I am narrowing down on my list of games, as you saw today. I'm narrowing it down. Just being honest with myself. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll find out what we're gonna do. Later.